Hello, hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and I am a fashion, beauty, and wellness enthusiast. And this year we're doing a project on my channel called Year of Prosperity, where we work to build the life that is the best for us and an emphasis on the easiest. So today we're gonna go into my bathroom and we're gonna look at how I organize things with some product recommendations and overviews of what I'm currently using, but I also wanted to walk through how I set my products up and a few tricks and tips I learned. If you're neurospicy like me, these are geared towards object permanence, all of that good stuff. However, if you're not neurospicy, it might just help you as well, kind of reduce the amount of decisions that you have to make in the morning or the evening, whichever. So I hope that you find this video helpful and I will see you on the other side. Hello, we're in my bathroom today, our nice 90s brass and baby blue. And what I want to do today is walk through how I have my beauty stuff set up. We'll do makeup after this, but this is focused on skincare, body care, kind of like the daily use things. And I want to share my system with you. And then I also want to share how I need to reorganize because it's already gotten a little crazy. I sound congested because I just used something that we'll talk about, but let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, here is my bathroom sink. Hello, we're in all black today. I'm gonna clean up the sink a little bit, but I wanna run through kind of how I organize things. So this is what I just use. It's the Mouthwash. It is a powered nasal rinse system, so it's a lot easier and less fussy than the neti pot. I used to use the squeezy bottle. I have also used the teapot. This is so much easier and it like automatically pulls things out. So like I'll insert a picture of it put together, but the nose holes go into each nostril and then it pumps the water from the top part down to the bottom with a saline mixture. It's been a game changer. I really love it. I do usually sound a little congested afterwards, but trust and believe I can breathe better. And I also have my nail brush. If you get your nails done like me, it's just important to keep things clean. I usually will pull out my vitamins for the day. I need to get back on track with that. But then what we're really tackling today is my everyday shelf. So on the top, I have things that won't fit, which is mostly body stuff. And then my tooth situation, I don't know what I was gonna say there. And then my jewelry. And then down here, I have another jewelry holder, some perfume, some skincare, and then skincare and hair care that I use every day. It's looking a little crazy. I do love this organizer. I got it on Amazon, but I love it because I can kind of set it up almost like merchandise and it still looks nicer, but I am not someone who can have completely bare countertops because if I don't see it, I won't remember it. So we're gonna go through that. But what I'm gonna go in between is under here, which doesn't look picture perfect like some that you will see on social media. However, this has been kind of a game changer for me. So I have 4 baskets. I got them from Target. They're from the Brightroom collection. Hi, Frankie. Hi, bud. What do you think? He's not sure about the camera. Anyway, from the Brightroom, I think it was like 15 for each set of 2. This is old. Would love to kind of move to all clear and make it look nice, but that's not the purpose. What this is, and I'm not going to be able to find the creator because this has been going around on TikTok for a long time, but just know that I didn't come up with it. It's a basket system. So the thought is you pull the basket out and it has everything that you need for a certain part of your routine. You dump it out. As you use the products, you put them back in. That worked great for me. But then I realized that I just really liked having things up on top of the counter. So what I have done is hairstyling stuff, like bobby pins, all of that goes in here. Morning stuff that, I'll be honest, on days where I just can't be bothered, it's stuff that I don't use, so it's like practically empty. Then I have my evening skincare and different evening things that I'll use. You see some things need to go back into a home. And this last one is shower. So that has been working well. I also have my body net. I have 2 of those, so one is currently being used and it'll go in the wash and then I'll use this. My skincare brushes, some countertop cleaner, and then my disposable face towels, which have been a lifesaver. And then here I'll hang like whatever makeup rag needs to dry, which obviously I took my makeup off with that. And then my spa headband. What has changed is since I'm no longer using these, they're kind of like back storage or things that I don't use every single night. Like when I want a bare bones routine, everything that I need is up here. But as I test things, this gets kind of crowded. So I need to kind of refine what I'm using. And then this is a shared drawer for my husband and I with just like contacts and stuff. This drawer is backups of body and skincare. And then this is hair tools, backup hair products, and my brushes, which I think there's only one really cool thing to show you in here. I need to revisit this because it's crazy, but this container I also got Target, but what's cool about it is it sits on the edge of the cabinet. So when I'm doing my hair, I have the stuff that I reach for the most often and my brushes, like little elastics, bobby pins, that stuff. So that's only if I'm doing like decorative hair or backups of elastics, but this has been really nice and just plops right back in the drawer. All that to say, let's go ahead and I'm going to take all of this off, wipe it down because it's quite dirty, hence the wipes. I can't be bothered to do like a whole deep thing or wiping. And then I'll come back as I put things back on the shelves and let you know what's going to keep on the top of my stand and what's going. Okay, so while I'm cleaning, I figured I'd jump in here and just elaborate a little bit more on the basket system. So it was developed by someone with ADHD, and the reason that it works for some neurospicy tendencies is object permanence, so being able to see everything you need to use, and also because the thought is that you would have a basket, you would throw everything in it that you use either in the morning, evening, whichever. I broke mine into the 4 categories, but the thought is you throw everything in, including your toothbrush, toothpaste, whatever you're using. And so you dump it out, you see everything that you need to use, and you can just chuck it back in the basket whenever you're done. So you're not having to take extra time or have extra steps on putting it back into a specific organizer or stood up in a shelf a certain way. It really eliminates decision making because you have everything you need to use, and it really eliminates any kind of task initiation or transition issues because everything's right there and you just easily throw it back into the basket and throw it under the cabinet and you're done. And I really love this. I thought it was ingenious and I highly recommend you try it out if you're trying to simplify your routines, if you might not be the best at organizing, or if you struggle with object permanence, transitions, or task initiation. So I just thought I would share that. Okay, I got it cleaned off. I kind of put it into categories. So body care, which you can see I've really narrowed it down because I like to work on one thing at a time, maybe give some options with lotion, but other than that, pretty similar or streamlined. Perfumes, I like to have options. Skincare, we really need to whittle down, and then I think I can even whittle down hair care. And I do need to go through these little organizers, don't mind my husband's deodorant. And then I will share for my teeth. I use a really soft brush. It's a sensory thing. It's also a sensitive gums thing. I'll link the one that I use below. It's the softest but effective brush that I've used, and I've tried a few. Then for toothpaste, I'm using the iced peach tea from Hi Smile. At first, I wasn't a fan because it is that cooling mint, but it does have flavor. But I've really grown to love this, and I'm noticing that I have more tolerance for minty tooth products, so that's what I use. And then also for fresh breath, I'm using the Therabreath Healthy Gums. I do think this is helping my gums, and I'll continue to use this, but I did just get the grape flavor because again, my tolerance for the minty tooth products is getting better, but it's still not always my go-to, you know? So I like to have options, but that's what I'm using currently. This holder is from Target a long time ago, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that back on the top because that's not changing. Okay, now you are beside the toothbrush stuff. Let's go ahead. I know for sure some things that are gonna stick around. The Naturium Biolipid Restoring Body Lotion. I have about this much left. This is my favorite body lotion. It's almost like a body butter, but in a pump form, and I love the pumps they give you because it's really a nice satisfying grip. It's not like a dinky pump. I love this. And when I really want a lot of moisture, I pair it with the Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Body Oil Mist. And the smell of these two, this is unscented from Naturium. The Aveeno, which we're going to talk about in an empties. I am a body oil person, but there are 2 caveats to that we'll cover in the last empties, or the next empties, sorry. This is just like a warm, not vanilla, but like a warm, sweet smell. If you like cashmere scents, I think you'll love this. And these two together have saved my skin. This plus some of the other products I've mentioned on my channel has really kept the KP on my legs at bay, but these two for sure will live on the top shelf because they're too tall. And then the Necessaire, the body peel. I'm testing this. This was sent to me. Thank you so much, Necessaire. I finished the Drunk Elephant. I've been using this now for, gosh, probably over a month. I really love this. I'm going to hold my final thoughts, but it is 12% AHA, BHA, and PHA. It's specifically 10% AHA, 1% BHA, and 1% PHA. This has really been, you can see, clearing and keeping clear a lot of the stuff on my chest, and that's without using soft services. So there's a teaser for you, but a full review of this will come. But that's staying. And then also staying is the Necessaire, the deodorant gel. So as you can see, I'm like almost done. I am probably going to try Salt Air next, just because I'm curious. The price is very, very similar, but this is the only non-aluminum deodorant that has ever kept stink at bay for me, and it's because of the AHAs in it. I really love this. I also love that it's a liquid. It's not going to get white all over your clothes, so I have the fragrance free. I wish they would do like a vanilla line. I would use all Necessaire if they did a vanilla line. You're going to see a theme on my shelf. I really like this kind of bare bones marketing on products. Even the Necessaire is just clean to look at. It's just not overwhelming for my brain to look at crazy things. Like, I wish, very tempted to get a container to put this in, because it's not even that it's not pretty. It's just a lot for my eye to look at in all the colors, and I would love to kind of streamline that down if I can, but I'm not going to do it if it's a product that doesn't work. So I will be using this, and I do love the spray format until I tire of the scent probably, which hopefully is never. And then last for body, I have the Butterdrop Vanilla Dream Shimmering Whipped Body Oil Cream from Fenty. I am so annoyed that they did the full size of the cinnamon drop for holiday. This was in a trio with the original, the cinnamon, and then this vanilla. It is such a good vanilla. It's like a grown-up, sexier version than warm vanilla sugar to me. Oh, it's so good, and I'm so disappointed that they didn't do a full size with refills, because I would have stocked up. Or at least I would have purchased one and a refill. I'm trying to get better about body moisturizers if you didn't catch the last empties. But I'm really sad they didn't do this, but that's going to stay out, because if I want that scent in particular, I'll go ahead and use that. But as you can see, I really like to stick to unscented products for the body, minus this oil, but it's a very kind of like neutral scent to me. It just kind of smells clean and warm and a tiny bit sweet, and it goes with all my perfumes, whereas like that vanilla I don't really like to layer, so I do tend to stay on the unscented side of things. But I'm gonna put these on the shelf, and then we'll get into, let's do hair next because it's easy. Actually, before we jump into hair, I have 3 perfumes. I'm probably gonna add a 4th to this. It's the Beauty Pie Vanilla. Vanille New, I think is the actual name, but it's a vanilla scent that they released. I believe it's special edition for Christmas. I wish they wouldn't do special edition, but that is in my office, and I fully intend to bring it in here. It's delicious. I think it will pair perfectly with the Fenty. Again, it's almost like a very grown-up, sexy version of warm vanilla sugar. But I will keep all of these here because I like to, one, they're pretty to look at, but also I like to switch it up. So I have Ellis Brooklyn Sweet, Ellis Brooklyn Apple Love, which is Very, very good, and honestly so similar to Beauty Pie Love, which is so funny to me. We'll have to do a comparison video. And then last, but certainly not least, is the Way North Bondi scent. I'm in my Way hair care era. I had never tried anything other than the detox shampoo. And I started with this product right here, the Way Air Dry Foam. This is such a good segue to hair. I don't know how I feel about the product, but the scent of this really, really got me. And so I got a mini of the North Bondi scent, which is the fragrance in this air dry foam. I loved it so much I got a full size, and it's a magnetic lid. Ooh, love it, but this is like a very, very clean scent. Definitely different from like the sweet warmth of the Ellis Brooklyn, but I love it, and it needs to stay out for when I want to just be smelling clean. That's it. It is hair time. So the Way Air Dry Foam, I left this out because I was thinking I would use it because I let my hair air dry every day. It's real crazy today. But I would only use this if I'm letting my hair air dry, and then I'm probably going to shower again because I don't like sleeping with this on my neck and my scalp because it's very sensitive. It doesn't irritate me when I just wear it, but I just don't want to sleep overnight in it. So I'm going to put this in my styling bucket because I'm intentionally using this product. It's not something that I just put in my hair or would grab in a hurry. What I would grab in a hurry is dry shampoo. I just finished the Living Proof that will be in my next empties. So right now I'm working through a small sample size of the Amika Perk Up. I love this. I love the scent and Amika products, so that's gonna stay. The leave-in conditioner from Way, I have a mini of. I'm working through. I think this is a heat protectant. I don't know. But I've been using it that way, and I haven't seen a major issue with my hair. We can do a whole hair video because I have thoughts on some of the stuff I've been testing. I love this. This is what I'm trying to get in the habit of using every day, getting out of the shower, so that's gonna stay. Also gonna keep out the Way texturizing hairspray because I do use this even on days that I'm not styling it, just to give it some grit and some craziness for some mad scientist hair. And then the Wave Spray, I think this is an intentional product for me to use until I start using it on a regular basis. I'm gonna put it in the hair bucket as well, just to clear some space because you saw I was overrun. And then something that I picked up while I was Christmas shopping, because I had had my eye on it, is a kit from Better Not Younger. It's their Superpower Fortifying Hair and Scalp Serum, and it came with a scalp serum applicator. It's actually really nice. You pop this silicone part off and put your serum inside, and then you pop this bottom off, and it has these roller balls and massagers. So the black are just kind of plastic massagers. Then there's roller balls, and as you press down, it puts out serum so you can easily comb it through instead of having to touch the dropper, which feels germy to me. And also you just get more control with this, and you can really work it in. You know, I love having options when I like sensorially, is that a word? When I can't stand the sensory experience of goop on my hands. Not that the products that I use are goopy, but you get what I'm saying. And actually this needs cleaned, so I'm gonna leave it out, but that's gonna go on my shelf because I have been using that. And you're supposed to clean after each application. This I have not tried, but I will be keeping out to use with that. I just finished the Grow Gorgeous, and then I'm gonna move on to this, and then I think I have some Acton Acre to use up. But I'm very curious about this one. It does have Centella asiatica, a couple other good ingredients, so that's staying out. And then the last hair care item that's staying out is my gua sha, my scalp gua sha from Acton Acre. Even when I have a headache, it's just kind of nice to like wiggle around the temple and to like really kind of massage the scalp. I just enjoy that, and so if it's out, I'll remember to. All right, and then I just wiped this off, but mine is a little stained because it's been through many, many lives. This is the Port and Polish pill holder. I have my Claritin in my Singular in here for allergies that I take daily. If I don't leave it out, I won't remember. So I just stick that in there. And then that puts us into skincare. So I am gonna bring up this cleanser from In beauty, it was a free gift with purchase. Keep it clean. I do like this. I don't mind it, but I'm also working through the Prequel Cleanser, the non-drying glycerin cleanser. I can't talk. Again, see, like, this is a lot for me to look at, whereas this is like so much simpler. But I will also say this one is not drying, but it is definitely a little bit more intense than this one. This is like just washing your face with pure glycerin. I even think that it's like, yeah, 50% glycerin. I do really like this. It is very interesting. It doesn't foam, but it like lathers on the face, but not in like a bubbly sense. It like almost emulsifies, but you really got to work at it to emulsify stuff. I do like this. I typically am just using my Vana cream in the shower, which that's a whole different conversation. But I always like to have a cleanser on my sink in case I'm not showering that evening. Just having one in both places is a huge tip for me to make sure that I'm doing it and not signing myself up for something that I just don't have the energy for. So Prequel is going to stay. In beauty is going to go under the sink in the nighttime bucket. Then we'll just stay on the Prequel train. I have the Barrier Therapy Skin Protectant Cream, clinically tested 24-hour moisture for face and body. It says it temporarily alleviates itchiness and minor irritation due to dry skin and eczema. There's 1% colloidal oatmeal, allantoin, multiceramides, and adenosine. I'm testing this, but I love the idea of something that is that healthy for the face coming in 10 fluid ounces for under 100%. It's under 30. It might even be under 25. I'll pop up on the screen. I would love for this to become just like my husband and I's shared moisturizer, because like 10 ounces is going to last a while. It's affordable and I don't mind this packaging. Again, I like the clean look, but this is going to stay, and because it doesn't fit on the bottom, it goes on the top. But I have been using this and it's nice for a 10 ouncer because then I don't feel any type of way bringing it down onto my neck and really slathering myself in the winter, which is what I need. Again, from Prequel, the Skin Utility Ointment, multi-purpose skin protectant. I bought this to get free shipping on this, full disclosure. And this is 2 ounces. The active ingredient is 45% petrolatum. Says it's safe for sensitive skin, eczema, prone skin, dermatologist developed and tested. I have only used this a couple of times. I really use it in like the corners of my face where I get chapped, especially with watery eyes. I like this. I've only used it a couple of times. I'm also using this on my elbows because they get so dry in the winter that it like hurts to prop my elbow on something. If anyone, you know what I mean. So I'm still testing this, but so far so good, and I will keep that. This one's gonna be tough. So I have the Tony Moly 24K Snail Hydrating Serum Mist. I like this. However, I think this is gonna go into my beauty room because I'm out of the Fit Glow C Ceramide Toning Mist, and I like the idea of using snail mucin in the morning when I do my makeup. So that's gonna go in the beauty room, because I use a snail mucin serum at night. Right now I'm working through the very last bits of my peach slices. I really like peach slices. Nothing negative to say about it. However, I don't know if it's just in my mind, and also the packaging is contributing to this, but I like the Causemetics more, and that's what I already have a backup of. So this will stay for now, but it's gonna get emptied and then we'll move Causemetics in. And I'm also just cleaning up containers as I go because some of them are wildly messy. Okay, next for sure things that are going on my shelf are my Phytosurgent skincare. I'm almost out of another Sea Submerged that I have a backup of. I still have a decent amount left of this Burn It Force Field. This is all I use in the morning, so I will usually either spritz my face, splash my face, or sometimes I just go straight in with the Sea Submerge and then this, and then I'm good to go to my makeup kit, put my SPF on, etc. if I'm doing makeup that day. If I'm not doing makeup that day, I'm just using this and an SPF that I have that we'll get into next, but I absolutely love these. These can go nowhere. I will die with these buried in my hands. Let's stick with morning time. So I have the Bloom Effects Tulip Dew Sunscreen Serum SPF 50. This is a very oily consistency, so it's very hydrating. Not in a bad way. You will get transfer throughout the day if you're not applying anything else or powdering it down, but I really love it. It does sit well under makeup. I do have to adjust the rest of my routine just so it is compatible with this. But I do really love this. It's tinted. It gives like a wash of color. On days where I'm not wearing makeup, this is what I've been going for, just to help even things out a bit. And then later, if I want concealer, I add it, or this is my bare face, so this is what I use most days. And then now we're moving into more nighttime skincare because I keep it very simple in the mornings. I'm doing serum, moisturizer, sunscreen, and that's it. In the evening, that's where I'll introduce serums like the snail mucin that we said, the balm that we mentioned. But I have the Bloom Effects Royal Tulip Nectar. I could not wear this during the day because it again is like, it's somewhere between an oil and like a slugging occlusive. It is very nice, but I don't use it as much as I'd like to right now because I end up overdoing it and then I'm like, it's too much for me sensory wise. But I want to keep it out because I do like it, and on nights where I'm like dying for moisture, this really does the trick. It really locks it in. It's very, very nourishing. So I do really like this. I will also say that I purchased the sunscreen with my own money. Everything I've purchased with my own money outside of the Necessaire body serum, and then the Tulip Nectar was also sent to me by Bloom Effects, which I very much appreciate. I do like this product, but it's not my absolute staple for nighttime. This is like an emergency situation, and it is so luxe that honestly it kind of deserves to be that nice little treat for me. But I also have a code Rachel20 for 20% off your order if you're interested in trying them. I don't believe I get a kickback for that. That's just for you to save money. Yeah, I'm awkward in saying those things. Anyway, I'm new to this, y'all. The last thing that is like a necessary for me at nighttime, so again, I'm just doing like a serum, a moisturizer, maybe a balm on top. But as much as I've been trying to test this, and I have been, it's really hard for me to pull away from this from Medicate. It is their HEO mask, so it's not really meant to be a daily moisturizer, but it does such wonderful things for my skin and evening out redness and moisturizing it that I just can't stop. So there's a gel-like serum. It is a gel, almost feels like a gel moisturizer as your first step, and then an occlusive moisturizer in a cream form as your second step. I love these so much. It's so good. And it's 68 for 2, and you get 1.6 fluid ounces in each, so it's kind of like 34 for each moisturizer, which is crazy because that's still cheaper than the Belief, and I like this better. So once I finish this, because of what we're doing in 2024, I might try to just lean on this, but it's going to be really hard. Really hard for me not to purchase these. Even though the Phytosurgence Verdant Force Field, you could definitely use at night too, and I have. And when I travel, I will usually just take that because it's one for everything. But I do like to save it for makeup because it's so, so good for makeup. And it's cheaper than the Medicate. Listen, I just really love the Medicate, okay? It does something different for me than Phytosurgence. All right, then let's talk about moisturizers that will not be going back on my shelf. So the Medicate Advanced Night Ceramide Cream. I wanted to love this. I wanted to love this so bad. It sometimes feels like a half dupe for the SkinCeuticals, which I just can't bring myself to buy, especially with the Medicate Step Mask. It's better, in my opinion. This just doesn't work for me. It has a lot of essential oils, and my skin just felt really tight after using it, which was a bummer. So I'm gonna pass that along to a family member. And then the Ice by Sunday Riley. I didn't see adverse effects of this, but I don't think it was hydrating enough, if I recall. So I have enough to get through that I'm just going to pass those along. Then for eye creams, I have the Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm, a deluxe sample. If I'm going to use an eye cream, it's this. I like getting them as little samples, and that's what I end up using. It is very nice. But I also have 2 deluxe samples of Peach and Lily Pure Peach Retinoic Eye Cream. So I'm going to leave both of those out in the hopes that I use them. I'll put the backup of the Peach and Lily in the nighttime basket. And then the Medicate Liquid Peptides, I do like this. It's just that Sea Submerge is like the best hydrating serum for me, and I'm going to try to be more consistent with the last half of this bottle to be able to really tell you if I see a difference with peptides or not. We shall see, but I'll keep that out. I'll use that at nighttime or in the morning, just kind of whenever I feel like it. And then I have this cleansing lactic acid toner from Freck that it's so cute, and I really want to try this. I'm just not a huge exfoliation person because my skin is quite sensitive. That's why I got that, was to try it, because lactic acid tends to be a little better for sensitive skin. So I'll try that out, so I'll keep it there. And then last up, I have the Fenty Beauty Puddin' Lip Mask, which this has to be getting low, so I do want to use the rest of it up, so I will keep that. And then that leaves my jewelry. So I just have a couple bracelets, my wedding band, and my spider earrings. So I'm gonna take the spider earrings off because they need to go back in my office, but this is like kind of my everyday jewelry that will stay. And then this dish definitely needs cleaned out. So what I like to do is keep one hair tie. And this dish is from Cloth and Paper. I love their trinket dishes. They're just very like organic shaped and nice. I'm gonna keep one hair tie from Beauty Pie, and then my watch lives there when I'm not wearing it, which I'm not right now because I need to get ready for the day still. All right, and then last but not least, I have the Reffer Vanity Organizer. I'm so happy these are back for holiday. I love them quite a lot, but I do need to clean this out. This mini of the Apple Love needs to go in my purse now that I have a full size. I have the Fenty Perfume. I've yet to wear this because I'm a little scared that the notes aren't going to mesh well with me, so I do need to leave it out to try it out one day. And then a small Dead Cool Taunt fragrance, which I love. Sample wise, I keep these out here to remind me to use them. I have the Way Fine Hair Conditioner. I don't really condition my hair because it's too hard to target like 1.5 inches. So I am going to put this into a giveaway box for my sister. The one that I do want to try to use is the Nutrafol Root Purifier Scalp Microbiome. So I might actually use this tonight because I'm due for like a clarifying shampoo. And then here in the front, I have the Night Lip Serum, which I probably should have put on at the start of this video because my lips are crusty. Absolutely love this stuff. There's one on my nightstand, there's one in here, there's one at my desk, there's a mini in my purse. I still really love this even though I do use other things like the Fenty from time to time. I have my Pure Ceramides Eye Serum from Beauty Pie. It's my absolute favorite. I've talked about this a lot. I just like to put it in here so it stands up. And then same with the Fenty Skin Blemish Defeater, because I'm doing my skincare before I go in to makeup. I like having this in here. This is a BHA spot treatment. I love it. It is effective. Hallelujah. And then I have the Me Love Cookies lip scrub. I do like to have a lip scrub in my makeup kit and in here. So I have the e.l.f. currently in my makeup kit, and then I have that one here. I'm going to arrange the shelves to look nice, and then we'll do a last walkthrough. All right, here's the finished shelves. I'm gonna finish putting this stuff away and clean the counter, but you don't need to see that. I like that it kind of, I can like merchandise and arrange it a little bit. It's still pretty heavy. Could I narrow it down? Potentially, but I really like this. At least things are nice and organized. We'll start at the top. Tooth stuff hasn't changed. These all live up here because they're too tall, and then this just makes sense to group with them. And my jewelry, yes, if you're very gentle, you can use a pump product, but I do tend to take them down, just FYI. Then I have like my morning skincare and eye creams, my skincare that I use sometimes, and then perfume, body, lip, and eye. And then down here we have hair tools, hair stuff, my evening skincare and cleanser, my vitamins, and then the miscellaneous stuff. So I love it so much. This combined with the basket system underneath here has really been a lifesaver. And if you want like a full walkthrough, maybe the next reset, we can do that, but we'll do an outro. All right, so we went through my organization, we went through all the products that I'm currently using. I hope that you found some helpful tips in here, or maybe it was just helpful for you to see a not social media ready organization under the cabinet. part of Year of Prosperity is not just making everything easier for ourselves and building the life that we want and that is prosperous for us, but it's also using what we have and keeping problem solving to one problem per paycheck. So will it be built out in the future? Of course. I would love to get our bathroom redone one day, and that also helps me make decisions of maybe not pulling the trigger on things until we get a better idea of what the end result will look like anyway. But I hope that it was helpful. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will hopefully see you in the next episode of Year of Prosperity, which is going to be my no-buy rules and my wish list.